inserted. A baby's being born, same time. The stars, tarot cards, you can see the Pharaoh Nas. I am Mike, Messiah type. Before the Christ, after the death, the last one left. Let my cash invest in stock. Came a long way from blasting on blocks. Went from Seiko to Rolex. Owning acres from the projects with no chips to large cake though. Dimes giving Siete zeros. Bet my spit for the pesos, but what's it all worth? Can't take you with you under this earth. Rich men died and tried, but none of it worked. They just your grave. I'd rather be alive and paid before my numbers call. History's made. Some will fall, but I rise, thug or die.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. For the Cavaliers, they want to come out of the gates strong tonight. We've heard them talk about establishing the upper hand right away.
That determine my future under the sky. I'm wondering why it's a dirty game. Is any man worthy of fame? My success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is. Not just like fight for death. My rebel.
It's a road game for the Thunder, and and that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pick. Adams is out there with Anthony, and it's George in at the 3 slot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for Isaiah Thomas, he shouldn't have too much of an issue fitting in with the Cavs. I mean, he played AAU with Kevin Love. He can distribute and score. Same role as Irving had when he was with the Cavs. And really what it comes down to is great players finding ways to make it work. IT has been getting it done for quite some time. Knows he moved into an incredible opportunity with the Cavs.
Now James, after Westbrook's missed 3. LeBron drives in, so the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one on George.
And what do you do with LeBron on the loose and coming at you full speed? All you can do is foul him.
And both free throws good for LeBron. So many things you could single out about the game of LeBron James, but Steve, his finishing is absolutely amazing.
I totally agree. A guy that can go both ways with both hands, not just a dunker. He has great touch around the rim, the ability to play through contact. He has collected more and ones over his career than any of his contemporaries.
Now here's James. The drive by Thompson, and Adams sends it back. And George kicks to Adams, and they pick up 2.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's James. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And finished off by Westbrook.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Now here's Love. Just 4 to shoot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Obviously, this is where James is so difficult to defend. Can beat you with a variety of moves inside, just like that one.
Westbrook passes to George. He feeds it to Robertson. Inside. Adams' shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Thomas kicks to Love. Back to Thomas. Love outside. The tray. That's in there. Thomas with the assist.
His coaches used to tell him not to shoot threes. Those days are gone for Kevin Love.
Westbrook dishes to Robertson. Adams the pass to Robertson. Westbrook kicks to Adams. It's stolen by Wade. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in, and the shot goes in.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Takes the 3. The rebound by Kevin Love. Cleveland leading by 5. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Out to Wade. Love with the screen for Wade. And Westbrook pulls it down.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
You know, Tyronn Lue, a 2-time champion as a player with the Lakers, that understanding of what it takes to win it all has laid the foundation for his coaching career.
That one falls.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now, here's Thomas. It's a pick by Love. 1:52 left to play in the first. Here's James. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. And Tyronn Lue talked about his breadth of experience as a player. He said, I won titles. I also played in the worst team in the league. I've done it all.
Also, Kevin, to add to that, he's been a starter. He's been a bench player. He's missed time with injury. That helps when he's trying to relate to his players because he's been there and been through everything and whatever they're going through.
Count that one.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Jay Crowder's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Smith comes in for LeBron. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Rose in for Thomas. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Patterson, he's checked in for Anthony. Grant comes in for George. Alex Sabrinas is checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Now Grant, following the 3-point attempt by Kevin Love. And Adams kicks to Felton. Patterson a screen on Crowder. Felton dishes to Adams. Grant outside. Felton with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Crowder with the steal. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Hits from the high post.
And for a guy who makes his living from beyond the arc, that mid-range jumper must look like a layup to JR.
Felton the pass to Adams. Over Love. And Adams kicks to Felton. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. This is his first free throw of the game.
And a look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Raymond Felton hits them both. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Now Rose. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. It's a pick by Love. They set the pick. Smith with a wide open look. And again, it's Cleveland.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
No good on the buzzer beater. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects.
So, like, the youngest of it has to do.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
These guys have quick hands. You have to protect the ball around all of them.
You got J.R. Smith. Kyle Korver is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Love in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. Now, here is Smith. Steven Adams unable to get his last shot to go. Off the screen. Good as the jump shot falls. Smith's got the lead up to 5 now for the Cavs. And there are so many amazing players in the league right now, Smitty, when you look at some of the guys who came in since you retired. Who would you like to have played with or played against?
I think with, it would have been a treat to play alongside LeBron James.
Yeah.
I think against, I think right now I'd love to see playing up against a guy like Giannis and Kristaps Porzingis, just the different ways these guys affect the game at their size. There's so many guys, and would love to get a chance to just be in front and marvel at watching Steph Curry go through what he's doing, and a Kyrie Irving. There's so many guys, Kevin. I just wouldn't want to guard those guys. I'm going to just say play with all those guys, not against.
And here is Felton following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. Dishes it to Adams. Outside for Felton. Back to Adams. Over Love. No good off the front iron. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And Rose wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Rose has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. And you look back for J.R. Smith, you know, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
Greg, the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him, and he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Crowder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Westbrook. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
The putback, that shot off the mark. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. From deep three-point range, can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Wade outside. Kicks it to LeBron. He dishes it to Thomas. Thompson sets the pick for Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
And Thompson throws it down.
The facilitator, LeBron, sees the entire floor. If you're open, you know what? He'll find you.
Westbrook dishes to Anthony. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Anthony's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first half. Knocks it loose. Stolen by George. It's George on the wing. Plenty of space. Again, the Thunder score.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Thomas. Rebounded by Anthony.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now here's James. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by George. And it's 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now here's James. 6 points for him. Outside Crowder. He kicks it to Wade. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's LeBron.
And he got off to a nice start, but has slowed down here in the second quarter. Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Stolen by Thompson. To the paint. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Nice read by Dwayne Wade. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
It's stolen by Wade. Westbrook with the steal over Thomas. No good on that last second attempt there. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
The first half
Show.
of the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They were a little more aggressive in the second quarter, and it paid off. They went from trailing to now holding a 2-point halftime lead. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, the reserves came in and played like...
And that wraps up halftime as the...
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans. The Thunder with the lead. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Paul George is out there with Anthony, and it's Adams in at the center locking down the middle. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
The screen from Thompson. Thomas with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Wow, take care of the basketball. Something he did a great job of in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
The Thunder leading by 4. Goes up with the stripe, and he nails the jumper. Westbrook's got 9 points.
The mid-range game is becoming more of a lost art, but not for this guy.
LeBron against George. James, the pass to Wade. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
The tree trunk legs of Kevin Love, you're not going to move him on that screen.
Westbrook kicks to Robertson. No good with the triple. Cavaliers shooting here about 46% for the game. Out to Wade. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. He's got 7.
Dwayne Wade has been working to improve that three-point shot. He knows that's a key to aging gracefully.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
Thompson sets the pick for Wade. And it's sent back by George. Here's Westbrook. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
George against James. It's good.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Westbrook against Thomas. Offensive rebound. The pass to Robertson. George dishes to Adams. There's the feed to Anthony. Goes back up. And it's good for 2. Roberson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Korver comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Screen by Adams. Nice work there coming off the screen. 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Once he's dialed in, helping to dictate the flow of this game.
James, a screen on Felton. Rose passes to Thompson. Beyond the arc. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from James.
We talk about LeBron's amazing versatility. That time showing confidence from deep.
And LeBron throws it down hard.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Crowder comes in for Thompson. And Smith subbed in for LeBron. And then for Oklahoma City, Patterson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Rose with the ball. He has 5. 5 to shoot. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Felton kicks to Anthony. It's stolen by Corver. Outside Rose. There's a minute 47 left in the third. Just 5 on the clock. And there's the call on Felton. That's foul number 2 for him. And Smitty, as an NBA player, you got to travel all over the country and see just about every major metro area in the nation. When you were playing, you were doing all that traveling. Which city did you always look forward to playing in the most?
You know, Kevin, I thought it was Miami when I left Miami because I had the friends. And let me be honest, the weather and getting a chance to go back to the restaurants. But I think the energy and the basketball knowledge of the fans just walking around is New York City. You have great conversations with people at a deli, all around the city of New York, and then playing in the Mecca. New York was my favorite place.
And they made you feel appreciated there, whether they despised you because you were good and were going to hurt the Knicks, or you were playing for New York and they could cheer you on. Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right. The one thing they did, Kevin, like you said, playing well or not, or rooting for you or not, they always told you the truth.
George is checked in for Grant. Thunder trailing by 6. Outside Anthony. Pass to Abrinas. It's George on the wing. They need this one. And the layup is up and in. George has got his second basket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Screen by Smith. LeBron dishes to Rose. Smith up top. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Over George. James, no good. Thunder have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Pulls it from 20. Patterson passes to Abrinas. Crowder with the steal. And LeBron throws it down.
Leaving the defense shell-shocked at this point. LeBron having one of his nights.
And George kicks to Abrinas. Outside, George. Back to Anthony. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
For Oklahoma City, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. The shot misses. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the hunt.
We should never get beat like that in training.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Here is Thomas. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Love in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And LeBron James in 2014 took on the burden of leading a young Cavs team back to greatness. He changed the whole culture, showing them what it took to win it all. Great job there to make this a 2-possession game.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Anthony, a perennial all-star talent, specifically because of that scoring ability, one of the best in the business.
Love with the screen for Thomas. Love outside. From outside, off the mark. And Smitty, it had to take a lot of patience for LeBron going from Miami to Cleveland, getting his teammates and the organization overall to that next level.
The definition of a leader, LeBron James. He'll do it with praise or criticism, not shy about challenging others and lighting a fire under them.
And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams comes in for Anthony, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's Westbrook, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
Thompson misses.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. LeBron dishes to Thomas. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The shot by Wade, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Roberson kicks to Adams. Back to Roberson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Here's James. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. LeBron's got 14 points now in the second half. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Oklahoma City. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Thomas against Westbrook. Thomas kicks to James. Westbrook against Thomas. George passes to Westbrook. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. And that's 17 points for Russell Westbrook.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first three of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Cavaliers lead by one.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half. Oh! And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
LeBron against George. No good from LeBron.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Westbrook dishes to Roberson. But they recover it. Westbrook kicks to George. Back to Westbrook. To the inside. Adams, the pass to Westbrook. Westbrook double team and stolen by Thomas. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Yes, and the foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
Has there ever been a more cold-blooded finisher than Dwayne Wade? The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He is not happy with the perimeter defense. He said, guys, our three-point line is too lax, and they're getting wide-open shots. Got to get over screens and get on top of them and get them off the line. We'll see if they get the message, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Thomas kicks to Love. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his third rebound on the night. And And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Love. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them the lead.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
James against George. That's a pick by Love. Thomas up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Again, Love missing. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Westbrook dishes to Adams. The kick out to Westbrook. Money!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
The screen from Thompson to the middle, taken away by Anthony. George passes to Adams. Good!
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
You know what? Controlling the pace, being patient, great vision. We're seeing it all tonight.
Thomas with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. It's tipped. And Adams kicks to Roberson. The three-pointer no good.
I don't know what's happened to him in this second half, but he's been terrible from deep.
Wade dishes to Love. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
The ability to finish under pressure, that's something K-Love brings to the table.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're trailing by 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the game. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. And both free throws good for Thomas. We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
The 3 from LeBron buries the triple. And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Your go-to guy in these situations, LeBron has been here before plenty of times.
Tipped. Here's George. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. The Cavaliers to start out, and so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward position. D-Wade out there with Thomas, and it's Thompson in at center.
Aggressive defense, too aggressive. Thompson goes up strong and draws the foul.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Thunder shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Stolen by Westbrook. George passes to Adams. Here's Roberson. Sinks the triple. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, this is when you need them, late in the game. It's not all about scoring.
Love with the screen on George. Thompson. And Adams sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Here's Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thomas got it all tied up now for Cleveland. Westbrook against Thomas. And Adams kicks to Roberson. Connects from three-point range.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Now, here's Wade. Guarded closer. It's a pick by Love. Wade gets the bucket.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D-Wade will go right at you.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 on their three-point shots since we started overtime. Something they might want to stick with. Anthony dishes to Roberson. For 3, Westbrook. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime. The screen from Thompson. Wade with it. George picks him up. Thomas against Westbrook. Westbrook with the block. And he's able to get it back. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Good.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Thomas a screen. LeBron kicks to Thomas. It's a pick by Love. Shot clock at 6. Floats one. Thomas, no luck.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Back to Roberson. Lets it go with a 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're trailing by 3. 20 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, what's your take?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul or go for the home run.
Let me tell you my vote. Whatever's the best look and takes the least amount of time.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Abrinas is checked in. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Locking down the W. It's got to feel good to him right now.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 5. We've got 13 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Love the pass to Thompson. Back to Love. Launches a 3. Buries it from outside.
Calm with a hand in his face. Love squares up, knocks it down.
And stolen by Thomas. Here's Wade. Missed to tie. Shot is good. But it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And there they go. They're headed to the replay monitor right now. If they overturn this and call that basket good, we'll have yet another overtime.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. We're going to... So it's Cleveland with it. George against LeBron, and it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Adams.
Just another example of losing concentration. His fourth turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
And that's enormous, guys. With time winding down, goes for the steal and then off to the races.
Thompson dishes to Thomas. Over Westbrook. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Thompson. Thomas got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
And when you're a guy who plays with great finishers like Thompson has, you have to learn how to distribute.
Here's Adams, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket. Here's Thomas. Thompson outside. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. LeBron kicks to Thompson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Refining his skill set inside, you see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
Time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, the Thunder's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious.
Thanks for checking in, DA. Injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Robertson's checked in.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Anthony's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Robertson kicks to George. Jacks up a 3. Robertson can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Oklahoma City shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's Westbrook, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They trail by 4. 43 seconds left in the second overtime period. Good stuff. Here's Wade. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
You know, down the stretch, D-Wade takes over. Win or lose, he wants that responsibility.
It's Westbrook with... Oh!
Goodness. Terrific. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Wade passes to Love. Back to Wade. To the middle. Count it!
One of LeBron's many moves, navigating his way through traffic.
And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 24 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. Thomas against Westbrook. Unloads from 13. That one a little long.
And you get the sense that he's hit a wall here in OT. He just hasn't been much help to them at all offensively. Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
It's off. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith,